Recording now.
And welcome to another episode of From the Humidor. And today we'll be looking at this little beauty, the Oliva Melanio Gran Reserva Robusto, which me and my friend right here had the lovely experience of trying down at the puffin rooms in Liverpool for cigars loaded, and we also tried, give me 2 seconds, this beauty, the Flor de Caña 12-year-old rum. This stuff is excellent. We also got lucky enough to be able to try the new one, which we haven't been able to get hold of yet, the 15-year-old Eco, and was it the 25th as well we tried?
We tried the 18 and the... No, it was the 18.
Was it the 18? I thought it was the 25th.
No, it was the 12, the 15 and the 18 we had.
Okay, then we've also tried the 18 then. And out of them, 15 was my favourite. I think the 18 was a bit too strong.
18 was a bit harsh on the old throat.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll get back to this now, but that is a perfect pairing with this thing. Today I'll be using a new cutter, little Calibri V-cup. Well, trying to, but this thing's a bit on the thick side, so we'll see if it works properly. Yeah, looks like it's cut properly. Sorry about that. I just whacked my ass straight with the actual cutter.
Do you want to keep that in?
Yeah, of course I do. Like I said, sorry about that, guys. I get to look like a right pillock, ain't it great? And like I said, I've gone for a bit of a V-cut with this one. Let's see what the dry is like. Bit of a light taste of chocolate, and again a bit of a small taste of like an espresso.
Oh, what? So a very coffee flavour.
Yeah,
coffee flavour type of one.
Quite a little bit of coffee on there. Right, let's get it lit. Get a bit of a toast.
So this isn't the first time you've had this one, is it, Wayne?
No, like I said, I had one of these at the event.
This is the one I should have had, but I donated it to
Yeah.
for you.
All mine.
Yes. Well, you didn't have that much trouble at the event.
No, but there wasn't any wind in the event either. To be fair, the flame was a little bit over the place, but no. You can tell because on one side, slightly more than the other. It's just the way the flame was going on. That's the thing with the yellow flame lighters, unfortunately. But still makes a nice smoke anyway. Just have another one or two of them because I'm getting through where I might have toasted it a bit too much. Yeah, definite hints of coffee still. The other thing to go through while I've got you is the price on these. This is a Robusto, and these are $22.99 in the UK.
Oh, that's not bad actually.
For UK prices, it isn't terrible.
Because when you were buying the cigars at the puffin rooms, they were comparable in price then.
Yeah, the actual puffin rooms, they do tend to add a little bit on, but it isn't extortionate sort of thing. It's like an extra £1, maybe £5, depending on the cigar.
Well, I found out why they do that. The aircon system that they've got in the actual thing.
Oh, that thing's amazing.
Yeah, it was 130 grand to install. I spoke to one of the guys who used to work there, and he was giving me the heads up on it.
Yeah, and that thing, we were there for, what, about 5-6 hours in the end?
No, we left at 11, did we not?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, we were there for about 6 hours. We were there from open. We would have stayed a little bit longer, unfortunately, but...
we had a train to catch.
We had a train to catch, yeah.
We didn't want to drink and obviously drive, especially on a bike, not a good idea.
Well, I could have drunk and drive, but because you were driving.
Still not a good idea to be drunk on the back of a motorbike, irregardless, but yeah.
Not true, especially when if I had too much to drink, I'd fall asleep.
Well, that as well. But, so we had to get the train home, but there wasn't too much smoke in the air at all, was it? It was filtering out brilliantly.
Well, as a non-smoker in that respect, when I was sat, I was surrounded by 3 people who were chugging away, as it were, and I got very little in the way of smoke towards me.
Yeah, I didn't notice a huge amount of it left. It seemed to be very good at extracting.
You were right
all
under
the smoke.
An extractor, so
exactly.
What you were blowing out was straight gone and gone.
But let's get back to this one then. For now, I'll continue on doing what I do. Right, the wrapper on this one is an Ecuador wrapper.
Okay, surprise.
Yeah, and the actual binder and the filler is Nicaraguan.
Obviously, they are a
Nicaraguan company, yeah. But they've used an Ecuadorian wrapper on this one.
I mean, they to be fair, the cigars they actually showed out at the event, they actually paired with Nicaraguan rum, so...
Yeah, which is what we have.
And we had the Nicaraguan ambassador there as well.
Yep, and we also had the ex-trade minister, which is now the head of Tour Imports.
Yes, that's the one.
I don't think it's the head of Tour Imports,
he works for Tour Imports.
He works for Tour Imports as well. Was it Ricardo?
Ricardo, I can't remember his surname.
I can't off the top of my head, but it was Ricardo something or other, and he was a great fella to have a sit down and chat with. And we also there was another fella there who was a representative of New World Cigars.
Yes, was that Peter?
I think it might have been, which we had a very good chat with right from the beginning, because he was there basically at the opening, same as us.
Yeah. Well, you did get a business card from him, so
that'll be through there somewhere. I just forgot to bring it through. I mean, that'll be my wallet probably.
Probably.
But it was a great event. I got to try one of these, which I hadn't had before that event. One of these, and I got to try the Oliva G, which I have had before, but I had it in a Churchill size, as they had it in the little dinky things, which we had 2 of, and I smoked them.
Smoked both?
Yeah.
You're supposed to keep the second one.
I'm going to get a proper one for the video. I'll get a big Churchill size.
A proper one.
Proper smoke. Anyway, but we'll leave it here for a second while we get to about a quarter way through and get the rest of the flavours for now. We'll be back shortly. And welcome back. As you can see, we're approaching the end of the first third and the removal of the first band coming up soon. And the draw, like a lot of New World cigars, quite loose, considering I've only got a little V-cup. It is quite I'd say a medium to medium full strength cigar. I'm still getting like the espresso stroke coffee taste, and I'm getting a bit of like a malty taste at the moment. So it's quite pleasant. Not the biggest fan of malt, but I can taste it.
Which do you prefer, the V-cut or the full round fat?
Normally I prefer the normal straight cut, but the V-cut for something like this, because of the shape of it, with being like flat, I think cuts through it a bit easier. That way I'm not worried about it crushing the cigar and changing the shape of it and making the tobacco loose at the end. So yeah, I think I prefer that. Or again, a punch cut would have been fine with this. I'm really looking forward to receiving my lovely bracelet punch cutter.
Oh nice, you got one then in the end.
I got one, and it's one with a brass cutter on it. I prefer the look of the brass over the steel. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be sometime this month. Really looking forward to getting that, because they look really nice.
Oh, excellent stuff, yeah.
and I think they're like 40 something quid.
They were a Kickstarter, weren't they?
Yes, it was a Kickstarter. French company. They make all the like knives and such, the cigar knives and such like that. Make a lot of accessories. They're usually very expensive. But yeah, the transition was literally you're getting the malt flavour now rather than just the coffee hit initially. And can't really smell anything in the room yet. Not been smoking it, I don't think, long enough for much to smoke to be gathering. It's not very pungent right now. But other than that, nothing else to say. It's a pleasant cigar so far. Bit on the stronger side than the others I've covered so far. And we'll get back to you when we're about halfway through and we remove the first band, maybe the second one, because how low down the band is on this. See you soon.
And we're on.
And welcome back. Getting up to the first band now, which we can take off. And the burn isn't too bad. I have had to strain it out a little bit, but that's just from it didn't light quite right from the beginning. I'm going to get rid of that now, so when I remove the band it doesn't fall over the place. These bands look really nice. Oh yeah, that just that just came off straight away. And the band, you have a look, looks really nice.
Yeah, there's not too much glue on it either.
No, next to none. And this one just came off straight away as well. That's also a nice looking band. Oliva do tend to have nice looking bands though. I like the colour as well. You got like the brown, the gold, and the red. Does look really nice. But okay, just got another slight transition now. Still got the coffee taste. No malt, but I'm getting a slight peppery aftertaste and a bit of nut, like a table pepper, like a black pepper.
Oh right, okay.
Taste. So it's not too spicy, but there's a bit in there.
That's good.
I like spicy cigars. I find they help also clean your nose out spicy cigars as well. This one isn't too bad for it. But yeah. So yeah, we just got to near the halfway point. Remove the bands. Like I said, slight transition now. Still, I'd say still quite a loose cigar, but New World cigars tend to be like that. Yeah, and overall, pleasant cigar to smoke.
Fair enough. So what we're going to do, you're going to come back on, you've got the final bit to see if it transitions again?
Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a smell in the air now. I'm about halfway through. Very light smell. Like a coffee smell.
You've got to remember that we have got extra ventilation in here. So
Oh, I've got a lot of ventilation in here.
So you aren't going to not get as heavy a smell as you would normally.
To be fair, it's a normal place we do it. Some cigars we get a decent amount of smell, some we don't. They're all smoked in the same place, so yeah, I like consistency. So I mean that. Oh, there was one cigar we smoked about a month ago, which had a lot of smell in here. Was it the last Calaveras? I think it had a lot of smell, which had a lot of smoke and a lot of smell. Irregardless, it is pleasant. There is a little bit of a smell, but there is a lot of ventilation in this room, so you don't get a lot of it. Bit of a shame because I like having a bit of lingering smell.
Looking back at the records, Las Caballeros had the most smell. So.
Yeah, that was a pleasant one, I think, for the smell, from what I remember. I'm gonna have to get myself some more of them at some point, but it's not something I'd smoke all the time. But it isn't too bad. I might try and get myself some of the older ones if I can get hold of them. But yeah, we'll disappear now, and we'll come back when we're about near the final third. Welcome back to the final third. Well, a couple of things to mention. I have had to top it up since we last came back. Twice. Don't know what it is, but I had the similar issue with the last one of these when we were in the puffin rooms in Liverpool. I had to top that one up, but I can't remember if that was once, twice, or 3 times. I think it was twice.
I remember seeing you top up twice.
And I've had to on this one, but it's all been at the tail end for some reason. Flavour profile. Certainly more nutty and can't quite get that last bit.
Does it still have its pepper highlights?
It's probably that, but it's not as prevalent as it was before.
Okay.
It also might not help because I've just recently topped it up. But yeah, pepper and nuts is what it's down to now. It's getting a bit harsher near the end, but again, that might be because I've had to top it up twice, which doesn't help with that sort of thing a lot of the time. But again, the draw is still reasonably light, and it's still quite nice flavours. Like I said, it's just getting a bit harsh near the end, but that might be because I've had to top it up. You can tell I've had to top it up as well because the blackening at the end right there. Burn, still pretty good. I've only had to sort the burn out once near the beginning, but I think that was just the way it lit earlier on, because one of the ends didn't quite light right. It happens. But the V-cut that I've used on this one, I haven't used on any of the other ones that we've done so far. Perfectly fine for this cigar. I would say this is more because how flat it is, V-cut or punch cut. Straight cut might ruin it a little bit.
Yeah, you were frightened of squashing it slightly.
Yeah, and loosening the end of it even more, making it even looser than it already is. So yeah, I got to try out my new cutter, so I'm happy with that. Just realised as well, it's the exact opposite colour-wise.
Oh, right, I didn't know that.
Main body completely black, bit of red in the blade. This one, top and bottom red and black, and the blade is just the blade on this. So yeah, but now the cutter cut through it's really easy though. Like, I mean, I certainly didn't struggle to cut that.
No, you didn't.
Just quickly straight through.
Well, that's all
might be it's a new cutter though.
Maybe so.
And the other one, about a year old now.
Bit of maintenance on the old blades sounds like it might be needed.
I might need to take it apart, take it into a store sort of thing, and have the blades sharpened.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we'll come back when we're at the nub and we'll do the roundup, which will probably be about another, about 15 minutes?
Yeah, not a problem.
How this has been smoking so far. 15
minutes for you.
Yeah. See you again.
So, the Oliva Serie Gran Reserva Limitada.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Obviously, we're going to do the 5 normal categories: flavour, smell, top up, presentation, and value. So let's give us your feelings on it, Wayne, and your flavour score.
Quite pleasant all the way through till right near the end, where it seems to be a lot stronger near the end. But that might have been because it needed a few more top ups near the end for whatever reason. That can add to that. Most of the way through, I'd say it was quite pleasant.
So good flavours all the way through?
Yeah.
Consistent flavour?
No, it has changed 3 times on the way through.
Oh, that's good.
Which you have mentioned the flavour profile on the way through it, so leave it at that. But the flavour profile, I'd say, for my taste, I'd give it a 3.
A 3? More of an average cigar then?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the old smelly?
Been very light on the smells. We have had a bit, but it was more like a coffee bean sort of smell. Obviously, if you're in a better, less ventilated room than we were in, you get a lot more of that. And this has produced a reasonable amount of smoke, not as much as some of the other ones we've had in here. I'd give that a 2 for me.
Okay.
Because I prefer a bit of a heavier smell, whereas this hasn't had that heavier smell really. Okay. You haven't been able to smell much over there, have you?
Yeah, but let's be perfectly honest, I'm not exactly 100% well.
No, you're not, but even with some of the ones we've had in there, you'd have been able to get the smell, and this one there's been next to none.
Maybe so, okay. Okay then, so this is obviously going to be one where it's going to score quite low. Top up.
Top up, I'd give it a 3.
Oh, you're giving it quite an average score then. I mean, you did top up quite a bit towards the end.
We've topped up twice on this one, haven't we? I've had to straighten it up another couple of times, but that isn't topping it up where I've had to sit there and go chunk, chunk, chunk again.
Okay, no problems.
So I'd say give that middle of the road because it's happened twice. But it happened twice on the other one as well, that's why it's a mediocre one.
Not a problem.
Because that's consistently, both had to be topped up twice on the ones I've smoked with this.
Right, now, as this was a cigar that you got from a event, what would you go for presentation-wise? Bearing in mind that they did hand them out of a very nice box back in the event.
It was quite a nice box. The bands are also very nice.
Oh, they come off really well, yeah.
They came off well. The presentation on the bands as well. The presentation of the cigar itself. Obviously, it's been smoked a bit, but you can still see the brown leaf, and you can still see some of the veins on the leaf. I quite like the look of the veins on the leaf. I'd give it a 4 for presentation. It's a very solid looking box. Unfortunately, I don't have a box here to show you. But the actual cigar and the bands, very nice presentation on them. So yeah, I'd say a 4.
Right, so then we got the final topic, or I say topic, final category, value. Value for money? For
what they're calling a Gran Reserva, I've only got this country's prices for these, which is $22.99 a stick.
Yeah.
I'd say it's not bad value in our country. I'd say I'd give it a 3.
A 3? Again, quite a middle of the road type of thing.
Thing is, you can get cigars over here for about £10 to £15, which are better value for money, and tasting them are still pretty good. So middle of the way. Okay,
no problem. So then, overall score out of 5, of course.
It's got to be a 3 or a 4.
And what would you be leaning more towards, the 4 or the 3?
I'd say 3.
The 3. So that ranks up there with the Caballeros. Well, the Caballeros, because that's the only ones we've done over there. I mean, that's not bad then. That's not bad.
No, it's sort of middle of the way. I would smoke this on an occasion now and again, but I don't think I'd go out of my way to buy a box of these.
Fair enough.
I'd go out of my way to buy maybe 5 of them and just leave them in my humidor and have them now and again. It's not something I would smoke on a regular basis.
So then, as a Well, as a gift, it was which what it was. To be fair, would you say definitely worth it then? At the end of the day, and if somebody gifts you with a box of them, you would quite happily say,
Oh, yeah.
not a problem.
I would certainly not turn it down. It is a pleasant cigar to smoke. I just wouldn't go out my way to buy a box of them.
No problems then.
Okay, remember guys to follow us on Twitter at From the Humidor. Follow us not Twitter, sorry, my bad. Follow us on Instagram at From the Humidor. And obviously...
we will be setting up a Twitter eventually, mainly to say when we're uploading videos.
Yeah, but all our photos and that go to the Instagram, and I do stick quite a lot of photos up on there.
Yep, you see a lot of stuff we take. Any pictures we take of the cigars beforehand always go up there.
Yes, they do. And remember to hit the like and the follow button here on YouTube as well. And thanks very much, and we'll see you again shortly.
Goodbye.